And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and this is my boy Smash. Say what's up, Smash. He has been holding it down with me as my co-host for these War Elite episodes. This is episode 20, and there's just too many things to talk about, so we couldn't just put a title on it. But we have a lot of important stuff to go over today. There's been a couple updates. They have a new capo out. But Smash, he has sent me a few things that he wanted to talk about and go over. Like first of all, there are kingdom titles. We're going to go over that. He's saying that, and by the way, Smash is from Server 6. And he's saying that Server 6 is currently going through some major restructuring. Do you want to talk about that to the players before we get into all the juicy stuff? And if you could just talk to them about the restructuring and stuff like that while I share the link, then we'll get into the other stuff.
All right. In Server 6, there's actually a lot of smaller active alliance and quite a number of dead alliance. So what we are intending to do is we are actually intending to remove all these dead alliance so that there will be more land available for smaller active alliance to grow their land in terms of their territory expansion, which can help them to generate more resources for their alliance. Right, so this is the step one, that the first step that the Server 6 is going to be doing.
Okay.
Then follow on by... Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So not to worry about those players that's in the smaller alliance. Don't worry, we are not going to be a dictator. We will not be forcing you guys out of the server. We will not be coming to take over your land and take over your territory, because there's enough for everybody in the server. Once we start removing all the dead server, a lot of land will actually start to free up.
You said a lot of land will start to free up?
We will start to free up. But because some of the dead alliance, they already have a certain expansion in the map. They already occupy certain land in the map. So it's actually kind of congested. So when we remove these dead alliances, right, the land will be free up, which the smaller other smaller active alliances, they can actually occupy these lands.
Okay. And so is there a certain point at which all servers go through a restructuring, or is it just Server 6?
I'm not sure about other servers, but because I'm the newly appointed king for Server 6, and I feel that I need to start to think what's best for the server itself.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And so when it comes to the restructuring of the server, did you need to get like everybody on board for this, or like did you have to talk to multiple people in order to make this happen? How did you end up making this happen?
Yes, I'm actually also trying to reach out to those smaller active alliance, all right, and then planning to start working out how we can actually work together for the next deal in the north, meaning server versus server. How they can actually help the server in the next SVS.
Okay.
Which is why I need to let them have room to grow in the server, because they can't be of much help if they are very, very, very congested, or they are they are kept very, very tight, or they have no space for expansion when they are still in Server 6. Which is why I need to start clearing out all these dead alliance and free out the land for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Okay, so as far as the restructuring goes, how many active alliances are you trying to get on board? Like, how many are there in server 6?
All right. Currently, our plan going forward to the next server versus server is that there will be one main alliance. Right, we'll be looking at 2 sub alliance and 1 farm alliance. So total, we are looking at a 4 alliance servers.
Okay. Do you see a successful restructuring? Like, do you see this as something that's going to happen successfully? Has it already started to happen successfully?
A lot of work and effort have to be placed into it. It's not going to happen just overnight. Right. Firstly, I need to get those smaller alliance leader to start responding to me, because we are not trying to make it to become a dictatorship type of kingdom. Right, so I would like to be able to talk to the leaders from the smaller active alliances before we come to any concrete plan, because once I start talking to them, we will maybe allocate them certain area where they can then grow, and then we can share certain structures with them, allowing them to occupy certain structures which actually might help them in their allowing their member to grow. Like for example, some structure actually give you extra levy speed, gathering speed ups. Some actually allow your construction to build faster. So these are some of the things that we will be looking into, right? But ultimately, they have to respond to me before we can talk further. Right now, I'm just trying out to reach out to them. Hopefully, they will respond to me in a couple of days. Then we can really start to sit down and plan further going forward.
Well, we in other games that I play like this that are similar, we have to go through a similar thing where we call, I'm pretty sure we call them phases, right? There's different phases where the server is completely different when it's brand new, and then about 6 months in, there's usually a different phase, and then a year in, you're talking about like a merger happens or something. So there's different phases. I understand what you're saying, for sure. I think you did a good job explaining what you're going through, and I really do wish you the best of luck. And I'm in your alliance, right? I'm in your mafia family. So what's good for you is good for me, and so I do think that you're gonna have good luck with this. I think it's gonna happen, and I think it's great that you're trying to do this, and it really is most likely probably what's best for the server. So I thank you for sharing that. And in regards to the health of your server, have you looked at the other servers? Like, have you ever made an account in the other servers to kind of pop your head in and see what's going on in the other servers?
I have one in server 7.
In server 7?
All right. So as the game is going right now, I believe they are doing a rotation, because I don't see a new server coming up. So I believe now currently all the new players will all be slot into server 7, and it will periodically switch. That means after maybe a couple, like after 2 months, the new player will start to go to server 4. For 2 months, all the new player will start to go into server 4. Then maybe for another 2 months, all the new player will start to go to server 5. Then subsequently, it will come back to server 6. I believe the developer are planning doing a rotation between these 4 servers, right? So that all the new players will not be all pumped into one server, whereas the rest of the 3 other servers go dead.
That's really cool, and I've been wondering about that. I've been wondering if they were gonna ever rotate, where they're putting the players, so that way they're all not going into the same server for a year. That's actually really smart. I'm glad they're doing that.
Because I'm actually talking very closely with the developers. Right, I've always been coming up with a lot of ideas for them to help improve the game or balance up the game. And I'm glad that they're actually taking actions. I mean, making changes to make it a more balanced game. For example, the migration rules. Remember that time we talked about when a new server open, people can just migrate with their whole villa over to the new server or another server. Remember?
Yeah.
Right. That actually unbalanced up the game.
Well,
But now they have these new migration rules, right? The alliance, which actually holds the capital of that server, the capital building of the server, they control the migration.
Oh, I see.
Right? There's migration in the same season. There's cross-season migration. There's special invitation list.
That's cool,
So
dude.
probably when a new server appear, or maybe when a new server appear, let's say a couple of new server appear, the players, they can migrate from, let's say, for example, I will talk about server 8 and 9, example. The game start server 8 and 9. Players in server 8 and 9, they can migrate to each other server if one of the alliance occupied the capital.
So if your alliance captures the capital, you can migrate?
You can control the migration. Like for me, I can see the migration page, right? I'm looking at the migration in the same season. They have a few options whereby the value setting, which is like the power, I can classify under unlimited. So any player with very high power, if I open it up, any high player can migrate to server 6.
What?
But if I kept it at, let's say, 75 million or less, then only players, when I open up my migration, only players that 75 million and below can come into server 6.
And you can set the settings as to who can get in?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. Is that good or bad? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's actually a good thing for new server, right? And because why? For example, right now, a new server open up, okay? You have an account there, you start to grow your alliance, you start to create your own alliance, you start to grow with your alliance, start to have a very good alliance. And then without this control, when migration open, a player like me with 140 million jump into your server.
Hell no! Listen, bro, I like you a lot. Okay, you're a good guy. But if you'd show up in my server, I don't know you. Oh my god. I'm running.
What's gonna be happening to the server? I personally can sweep the whole server. Nobody can fight me. So you kind of unbalance up the game for all the new players.
Damn. But what if somebody who's not a good guy, who has bad intentions, or just not a very smart person gets control of that? And they just let anybody in.
That's why for new servers, the alliance in the servers, the players in the servers will still try to fight to get. I mean, they will try to occupy the capital building. So they become the king of that server, which is what I'm doing right now for server 6. I control the power of the players that can come into my server, right? I don't know, maybe somewhere down the road, some other players from other servers, there's a big Kraken, and within 3 or 4 months time, he became 200 million power and he jumped to server 6 and he disrupted the harmony in server 6.
Oh my god.
I do not have this control.
Dude, that would be horrible.
Which is why after I explained this to the developer, and after the previous update, I saw this immigration rule regulation in the capital. That goes to show that the developers are actually listening to ideas that's being thrown out by serious player who really want to play this game, who really want this game to work well.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but that's a good thing. I'm really glad. That makes me happy. That tells me that, you know, they have good intentions, the developers do, and they're not just trying to take our money, you know?
Yeah. Because as I explained to you, it's the same way I explain to developers. I told them, for example, now you open up a new server without this migration regulation, and when migration is open, I just spend money purchasing whatever they so-called the migration ticket or whatever. I just spend money purchasing it, and I jump to the new server, and I start killing everybody there. I'm only killing the game.
Jeez. Well, with great power comes great responsibility, my friend.
Yeah.
Which is why, again, I'm very glad you decided to come on the podcast and help me co-host this thing, man. I really appreciate it. But before we move on to some of the actual topics, is there anything else that you would want to tell the people as far as what's going on in Server 6 that's really important right now? Maybe some other servers might want to know.
All right. In Server 6, actually, I would like the players in Server 6 know that we have this title that we can be giving out to players. They don't have to be in STM. I mean, they don't have to be in my alliance. This is so-called a kingdom title. They can just practically ask for the title from the world chat just by sharing their coordinates and asking for the title. And I already have a group of players who are what I so-call the title givers. Right? They will be online. So when they see any players in Server 6 requesting for certain title, they will just give it to them. And then when they are done with the whatever they are trying to do, they just type done in the word chat, and then this title will be moved on to the second person who actually requests for this title.
So, when it comes to these titles, how many titles are there per alliance? So, if like, how many different titles are there?
Okay, for this title, first, can you look at the Capitol building?
Where's that?
Is right in the center of the map.
Alright, give me 1 second. Wait, is that downtown? Am I right next to it?
Yes, it's where we are at, downtown.
Huh? Okay.
I don't know whether you can go in and take a look at it. But from my side, I can actually see it.
Yeah, so I see Capitol Building. We got the Congressional Title, Congressional Asylum, Speaker's Reward, Administrative Letter, Previous Speakers, Immigration Regulations, Congress Glory, and Speaker Strategy.
Yes. So it's the congressional titles. You click on the congressional title.
Yeah, I did. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 titles. Nice.
All right. As you see those three players, there is right below under me, El Capone, Ash, Salty Dog. These three are so-called server officers. They are able to give out the titles which is below them.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. So we got Penguin, Mr. Fantastic, George, Oh, y'all gave me Judge. That's right. Mr. Fantastic gave me Judge. That's right. Or wait, did you give me Judge? Somebody gave me Judge.
Yep. Somebody.
Okay, and
Alright.
then so I see
So,
criminals. What are these criminals?
Sorry?
So down below
Okay.
that, I see criminals, and they have a
This-
negative percentage.
Yes, correct. These are titles that we give to, for example, big players who are creating problems in the server. So with this negative buff stacks, where we place on them, we get to kill them much easier.
That's awesome. Did you hear that, babe? For players who are just douchebags, so like they have titles that give, like positive titles that give players buffs, like good ones, and then they have negative ones for players that are just assholes on the server. They have titles like idiot, pariah, thug, robber, thief, wanderer, and all of those titles, if you get one, it gives you negative effects on your account, like negative troop HP, negative troop defense, negative resource productivity, all troop attack negative, construction speed negative. Oh, that would piss me off. March speed negative. Oh my god, that's amazing. I love that. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so basically Smash wants me to let you guys know that these titles are important. And he's saying, you know, maybe for somebody like Salty Dog, Ash, or Penguin, Mr. Fantastic, or Smash himself, maybe they probably have speed ups. They've spent money. They're already an evolved player. But what he's saying is that if you're newer in the server and you're trying to rush your villa level, or you're trying to rush your construction speed or something, they can help you as long as you let them know, hey guys, I need help. Is there any titles that maybe you guys could give me that would help this situation? They can, as long as you give them your location, they can find you in the server and give you guys these titles to help you out. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. You had some other things that you were mentioning in the notes. If I could find them, unless you already have it memorized, some of the other stuff you wanted to talk about.
All right. Because as the king of the server, I tend to send out kingdom mail. Here we call it the administrative mail. Right.
Right.
Informing players on the things that, or the plans that the server have or intend to do. So it's always very important for players to read the mails, be it from the alliance, because sometimes I also send out mails in the alliance informing alliance member what we're actually trying to do, what we intend to do, and in the game itself we have markers, which is very important during wartime. Always look at the markers. These are a few habits that a player should learn to have when playing games like this. Of course, as a player in server search, be it new or old, or be it whether you're in STM or you're running your own alliance, I believe that you would like to know the direction of server 6. What is server 6 heading towards the next server versus server, and how your alliance, or how you and your members can actually contribute for the server. So I will be sending out a lot of mails informing. Like the recent one I sent out is teaching people how to ask for titles, explaining why these titles helps, and informing those smaller active alliance that we're actually clearing out all the dead alliance, making sure that they don't worry, thinking that we are actually going to come and clear them out. So these are informations that I think players in the game should have. They should know, and not start to speculate. STM now, because when we attack certain alliance, it will actually show a notification bar on top of the screen. Some player might think, wow, STN is starting to kill off other smaller alliance. But that's not the case.
Are you saying that players are saying that? That's what they're thinking? Like that's the perception?
Some might think this way. Some other player might think this way.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Because there's certain state alliance. Why state alliance is that they are actually a alliance that is full of member, but nobody logs into the game. So we cannot take over the alliance and disband that alliance. So the only way we can remove the alliance from the map and free up the space is by destroying the alliance base.
Right.
And when we do that, the notification bar will show on the top of the on the screen. And new player who come in, they might be worried about this if they were already starting up their own alliance.
Well, can I ask you about the markers? What did you mean about the markers? You said they were very important.
Okay, first, you look at your screen from the out map. You will see coordinates and a star next to your power.
Yes.
Do you see that?
Yep.
All right. When you click on the stars, you will see that I actually placed a location. I actually indicated the alliance, re-alliance mail, and of course we have the alliance gem plant. These are the markers that we place to inform players in the alliance. So when you see the dead alliance and you click on go, it will immediately bring you to the place that I marked.
I see. Okay.
Now I'm going to place another one just to let you see. For example, now we are in a war. I would like to defend certain area. All right. I will put the marker on. And then it will show up. Just a moment. Alright. Can you see I just set a new alliance defense marker?
Yep.
Alright. This is things that we will do during wartime. So that player will know where to go, what to do.
That's awesome. Dude, that's next level, bro.
Of course, we have defend, we have attack, we have gather. It depending on the officer that's online at the time, basing on the situation in the war, they will set these markers. And players in the alliance should always learn to look at these markers so that they do not run around aimlessly, not knowing what to do.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Okay. So we've talked a little bit about the server restructuring. We talked a little bit about the alliance markers. I have a friend named T-Rex. I don't remember if you've met T-Rex yet. Maybe you have.
I remember him.
Huh?
I know him.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. Yeah, T-Rex, his biggest pet peeve in the world really is mail and alliance members not checking their mail and reading their mail. It absolutely drives him nuts. I wish he was here right now so that he could just go on one of his epic rants that he goes on because it's really great to listen to. I can tell you that. He really lets him have it. So yeah, guys, definitely check your mail. It's super important. And these aren't just letters saying, "Hi guys, how's your afternoon?" These are very informative, very well structured mails that they're sending out to try and teach you players and really give you guys a guide on the things that are important in the game. So we really can't stress enough people reading their mail. Is there anything else you can think of off the top of your head that wait, hold on, matter of fact, let me just go back and just double check, but if you do have anything you can think of, go ahead and throw it out there. Super connection. Let me think here. Hold on.
I think that was a few points that actually came up with, like Marcus, the mail, and the new migration rules.
Okay. Well, there are.
And I got the new couple you guys were talking about previously.
Yeah. What's up with that new capo?
I haven't really get to train her yet. But looking at things right now, I'm actually thinking of training a group of archer couples.
Just to try her out?
For future battles. Because too many bodyguard player, big guy with bodyguard couples. So I'm thinking of going archer couple to counter them.
Ah. Okay. What do you think of the capo itself? Have you tried it out?
Not yet, because I just got her yesterday. And level is still low, still at level 1. But looking at her passive skill, her active skill, which seems quite sick to me, because causing damage to all enemies. So imagine you have her in your team and the opponent have 5 couples, and when she deal damage to 5 of them.
Damn.
Some of the couples then do damage to, for example, the front row couples, or the back row couples. But she deal damage to all 5 of them. You send 5 will get. You send 4 couples in a match, all the 4 will get damage. Whenever this skill is activated. For me, I feel that her skill is pretty sick. And her passive skill increase archer. So if let's say I'm an archer based player, I'm facing a bodyguard player couples, I think I'm gonna kick their ass.
That sounds about right, buddy.
Because
okay.
To me, this is dealing out a lot of damage. You look at her other passive skills, she's also throwing out damage, increasing attack power, right? Increase single damage rate. So she's practically just a damage archer couple.
Yeah, so some of her skills are outrageous, dude. The passive ones are so good.
It's one that I will be investing. Because as I said, I'm going for archer, so I'm going to try to come up with a new set of archer couples. Currently, I have a set of bodyguard couples, but I believe I do need to have another set of archer couples and cavalry couples.
Oh man, yeah, you're gonna have a stacked ass archer capo set. I can see it now.
Need to work on them. Really, a lot of work to be put into it. Because for your information, in server 4, we have the biggest Kraken in the game. In this game, he is at 200 over million power. He has maxed out all his bodyguard couple. Ace in server 4.
Damn. Yeah.
So I need to get server 6 to be ready when we meet him again in the next season of server versus server.
Is he the most powerful player?
Yes, for all 4 servers.
Damn.
He currently has the best couples and the most T5 troops. So it's pretty hard to beat him.
Shit. Okay.
I probably have to waste half of my troops just to try to beat him once.
Jeez. That sounds serious.
Yep.
Holy crap. Well, before we get out of here, I do want to ask you about some of these events that are on the event list, because I know some of it kind of confuses me a little bit.
Like what are they?
Okay, so the duel in the north or whatever just ended. Now I see we have the joint advance, and I realize the joint advance, all you have to do is accept the quest. Each one's different, and then once you complete the task, you get the reward from the milestones. I get that. When does the island war start, and then the sea battle and stuff start?
Okay, the sea battle actually started today. You all can give it a try if you want to. Just go in and then you just go and then you just start matchmaking. It's auto matchmaking. So player who actually wanted to play this sea battle, they will go into the game. They will auto match you up. Or you can create your own team by inviting players. Right? Then as for the island war, the island war will only be open up for registration on the 3rd of June.
You say, oh, so
right, and this can be only done by the alliance, right? Because we have to select the people who actually take part. We can select actually 30 members from each alliance to take part in the island battle. Right, sea battle is a smaller version of island battle. So if you intend to play island war, you should try out sea battle first. Sea battle is the smaller version, which there's only 5 players in each team, five on each opposing on each team. You all fight it out, and then for the island war, it will be a 30 player against a 30 player on the 30 against 30 player scale.
Damn, that's a big ass team.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
So for starter, I will advise people to go and start out the sea battle and try it out, feel it out, kind of really try to play the game, right? If you all don't understand what you all can read up on the rules, you all can look at the map, right? The objective of sea battle is actually to capture the ghost ship, which is in the center of the map, right? Occupy the structures. Each structures actually give out certain points per minute, and this point will actually decide the total points at the end of the game. Will decide which side wins the game.
Oh wow. Okay. What's crazy is I'm looking at the Top Godfather, and I didn't realize they had that you can go back on the rankings and look all the way back. To see who. That's super cool, dude. Okay, so the guy you're talking about from server 4, that's Vadim, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I know him pretty well.
He's very strong.
Yeah, bro. He was telling me, like, we've had some phone calls where he was explaining to me the amount of investment he made, and it was kind of mind blowing. But look,
I believe he invested twice much more than I invested in the game.
Oh yes. He's a super spender for sure. But what I do want to do is get with you outside of the stream, maybe tonight or tomorrow or something, and we'll kind of plan out some content, because you know the events that are coming better than I do. So if you know what events are coming, we can plan some content for those days based off of my schedule and your schedule, and just kind of get a little bit more structured, because I know you do like to have time to plan out some of these episodes. So I think that's going to be fun, and I look forward to doing what is it? It's the, you said the Island War. I can do it. I can do it now. It started.
You mean the sea battle?
Oh, sea battle. Yeah, sea battle. Yeah, so I can do the sea battle tomorrow if you want to do a sea battle stream.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right. Well,
I will advise you to have a few of the sea battle first, so that during the stream it will be easier for you to explain it to the people in the stream. Because if I'm going to be playing the sea battle with you, I'll be busy fighting as well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Right, the same old thing. Ask if you have any questions. There are people in the server who is always willing to help out, even if you are down on resource or whatever. Just let us know. Right. We have abundance of things to share. Right. You need resource to help in your progress in the game. For example, to research your technology, your construction building. Let us know. There are always players in SKM that's willing to share whatever they have with the new players, so they can grow in the server, and they can be part of the server and call the server their home instead of just being a server.
Yes, exactly. And you know, there's not a lot of games like this where the bigger, older players are this helpful and this willing to help you guys. So definitely don't be shy. Say something in World Chat, say something in Alliance Chat. Find us in the official War Elite Discord. By the way, if you guys are watching this and you guys are not have not downloaded this game yet, you can find the link in the description of this video for the official Facebook for War Elite, the official Discord for War Elite, as well as the Apple and Android Play Store. You guys can get it. Shout out to T-Rex. He just popped in. What's up, T-Rex? But I really hope you guys liked the episode, and I'll be back with another one tomorrow. Smash, thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much, my brother, and I can't wait to do another episode with you. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Yep, see you. Thank you.
Great episode, brother. Great episode. Do you want to go for the same time tomorrow? Hello? I guess he thought I was saying peace to him.